When you work in Illustrator or InDesign, Photoshop, whatever, you're probably a lot like me in this respect. You save on a regular basis. We have all had the horror story. Worked for hours on something, just really going at it. Your system explodes on you in a catastrophic crash and you lose it all, and you got to do all that work all over again. Now, when you were first doing it, it was a 3-letter word called fun. Now that you got to do it all over again from scratch, it's a 4-letter word called work. I don't like work, I like fun. So we all do this. We all come up to the word file or use the shortcut key, right, and we save. Now that would be there if I had made any changes to it. And we save every 5, 10, 15 minutes or whenever we think about it sometimes. There are even programs out there that will automatically save for you, but I don't like to use those. I like to save when I'm ready to save. But you have another option up there. Actually, you have several. But the other one I'm thinking of is Save As. One of the things that I do, I work on very complicated Illustrator documents that can take hours, and maybe I'll work on them for days. About once an hour during the creative process, I will stop, like we've been working on this for an hour. I'll stop, go to the word File, and go down to Save As. Not Save, Save As. And I'll change the name to, say, Color Sets 2. What I'm doing when I do that is basically creating another copy based on this one, but at this point in the evolution of the design. And once an hour I do that. At the end of the day, I have 8 versions of that particular document at 8 different stages of development. Why? Every once in a while, and you know what I've said to myself? Oh man, this morning I was working on this thing and I did this really cool thing. I forgot what it was. If I have that document, I can open it and actually bring that part back into this one. There's another reason to use Save As that operating systems are slowly beginning to make unnecessary. But every time you do something to a document and you go up to the word File and you say Save, you're saving over the original document. What happens when that occurs is a lot of the material that's new is appended into the file, which actually makes the file bigger because there's things in it that it doesn't need anymore. Every once in a while, and you might try this yourself, work on an Illustrator document all day long and just do Save, Save, Save. Don't do any Save As, just save. Then at the end of the day or after a few hours, do a Save As. Now in this case, I would want you to give it the exact same name. I want you to save it over on top of itself, which may not make sense. But when you say save, it's going to say, do you want to replace it? And you say yes. When you replace it, all of that extra junk, the additive stuff that it doesn't need anymore, is removed from the image. And like I said, that's beginning to become obsolete with new operating systems that are starting to do this for us. But it is still an important thing to remember. Your file sizes will be smaller if at the end of the day on your final object, you do a Save As. Actually, you might, like I said, try it, do a save all day long, then do a Save As, give it a new name though, give it a different name and compare the two files. I guarantee you the one that you did the Save As on will be smaller. So there's a reason for Save As more than just making copies. It can actually reduce the file size of the document on your hard drive.